Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our realistic series on Kinlaig. Now, I've just jumped into the New Holland and we are going to get ourselves ready to do some planting. Now this tractor does have GPS, so it wants to do 4 headlands, so I think we will start with the headlands. So let's turn everything on. We're going to plant canola and we can make a start straight away. Now, thank you to the 2 people who commented on the last video and told me where to find, or how to find, the gas station. I really don't know how I missed it. It is just down from the store, so I'm just going to this isn't doing anything. Why is it not doing anything? I thought with turn it on, I thought we didn't have to cultivate with a Power Harrow, but it's not working. It's doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's lift this up, and that's going to make things a bit more of a pain. Not to worry, what we'll do is we'll just drop all of this off here. We might look at changing the seeder sooner rather than later, because I really thought the Power Harrow allowed you to not need to cultivate, but it's not doing anything. So we will try, we'll just cut straight over here, we'll try to cultivate first and then harrow. So if we use this and turn ourselves around so we can see where we're going, like this, because once we've done this, we've got another 2, or one other field, sorry, that we are going to have to cultivate. We've got the words then. Right, let's try this again, and we can then take the JCB to get it refueled. If this doesn't work, then we're going to have to change the seeder, which I don't want to do, but if we have to, we will. There is a seeder that is absolutely lovely. It was in this expansion, the Highland Fishing expansion, and it can do a lot of everything. Oh no, that was the worker. There we go, that's better. So now we can drop the cultivator, and perfect, we are actually going. So let's get these 4 headlands done, and we can set it off on a worker and then go and get some fuel, hopefully. Right, so slight change of plans. I've decided to set the worker off straight away, and then hopefully they'll do the headlands, or the rest of the headlands. If not, we can just come and finish that all off. We're going to go and get the JCB, so we'll leave all of that here and just run straight back up. It is a long run. We probably should have taken the ATV, but we didn't. So yeah, we'll get the JCB. We will go and refill it now that I know where we're going, which is amazing. So thank you again to the 2 commenters that have told me where I need to go. So now that we're here, we just jump in. If I show you the map, so we went down and all around here. The store is here. The gas station's there. So we went the complete wrong way. But at least we know where it is now. So let's get ourselves positioned. There we go. And hopefully we're not going to hit anything. Oh, no, we have. Oh, we were so close. Am I all... Yes, my wheels are all steering. That's perfect. There we go. And there are a few harvesting contracts, so I might take one out because we've got a tractor and we've got a combine ready to go. So that might be a good way of getting some extra cash. And I want to try and only do the contracts we've got equipment for. So we could do a mowing contract, but obviously we've only got the front mower, which isn't ideal. There's a lot of equipment that we could do with getting. I know we need to get the fertilizer and lime spreader as soon as possible because we need to fertilize and lime our fields when we plant. So we are going to have to get that in this episode. But I'm thinking by doing a contract, we would be able to offset some of the cost of buying the fertilizer spreader. I don't know how much it's going to be, but it might be a very good way of getting some money back. So we've never been this way, and I think I can already see the petrol station in the distance. So we'll get there. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost to fill this up. I don't think it's got the biggest fuel tank. We can swing via the dealership and potentially buy a fertilizer and lime spreader. So I believe this is the fuel station. Oh, let the game save. So I believe this is the fuel station just up here. Not sure what happened there. Just the game stuttered. Hopefully it's still going to be okay. Here we go. 24 hour. What's the price? 139.8 for diesel. That's not bad. I will take that. So we'll swing around here. Are we going to be... No, we're not. I thought we could turn around completely. But we can't. Oh well. Right. I don't want to block any other drivers, so we will... And we'll get refueling. So it's going to take a fair bit of time. It's going pretty slowly. But we'll get this tractor filled up. Right, £253 later, and we have a full diesel tank. So let's head over to the dealership and see if they've got any fertilizer spreaders that would be suitable for us. Right, so I think as we're going to buy something, let's just park this up here. Not sure if we'll fit in the parking space, but hopefully it won't be in their way too much. We're in this side. Oh, actually, we fit in that parking space quite well. I'm surprised at that. At least I've got plenty of spaces. So where can we buy equipment from? Over here we can go. So now, have they got anything in the sale? That does the fertilizer and herbicide, but it's quite a lot of money. Now we want fertilizer and lime, ideally. There are some amazing tractors that would be lovely to have, but right now we need to save our money. And that's a lovely mulcher, but no. Right, so fertilizer, yield improvement, fertilizer spreader. So we want to be able to do lime as well. So that could, for 45,000, which is a lot. That can, but again, that's 92. That's 62. See, I think we're going to end up going for one of these. It can't hold much, which is the problem. Whereas this can hold a lot more. Does have a smaller working width. I'm not. Oh, I'd love to get that, but that's going to cost. That's going to cost us too much, I think. Are there any contracts and any fertilizing contracts? There are. So that's fertilizing. So we got. That's actually next to our field, or near enough next to us. So I think we should get a fertilizer spreader and do these 3 contracts. The problem is it's either this, or one of the Kubotas, but that it's just going to use lime really, really quickly. Take the decals off to save a bit of. Save some money. I think we could probably. That's free. So that would probably be our best bet. At 19,000 with the extension. Well, nearly £20,000. Because having said that, that's only, I say only 45. I am very tempted with this. I don't want to hire purchase things, but if we put... No, we aren't hire purchasing things just yet. We are going to go for this with the extension, and we're going to get it in jet black. We might as well take... It does look nice having the stickers, but it's £100 that we can save. Right, let's do it. Let's buy this. And now, because we've done that, we are going to need some fertilizer. How much can that actually hold? It's about 2 bags of fertilizer. There we go. And we can now jump in here, and we're going to accept these 3 contracts. So let's accept that, and that, and that. So this shouldn't take us too long. It would be nice to get... We'll come out this way. It would be nice to have GPS, but I think that's going to cost us quite a lot of money. Now, the contracts technically would pay for the GPS on this, but I don't want to spend all of the money straight away. So I think it's going to be about 15,000, but we will just jump in here and have a quick look, because it would be useful to have it. So we'll just see what they're going to say. So GPS, yeah, so it's £15,000. So what's that? It's going to take us to 62. what contracts we see? We could do. It's a long drive. We won't lease the equipment. We will use our own. But we could do that. That's really not bad. £6,000. That's actually quite a long drive because we've got to come out of the field all the way up here and then down. So we won't do that. That's long and that's long. But that wouldn't be too bad. So we shall accept that one. Oh, we don't have space. So we will accept it. Should we get the GPS right now? I think for fertilizing it's going to make a massive difference. Let's do it. GPS module. Go. There we go. Right. So we can now at least know where we are with our fertilizer because this has a 42-meter working width, which is massive. Oh, we are. I keep doing this. I keep going in the complete wrong area when I'm trying to hitch up. Right, let's see. Can I swing around here? That's bag number 1 and bag number 2. Right. So we've got to go to field 14. Let's have a look at our map. Where is field 14? 8 and 14. So we need to go right out of here, then right again. And we are there. So I will see you when we're at field 8. Right, now, something I haven't thought of is we don't actually have narrow tyres. I'm hoping this doesn't destroy the crop. No, we're good. That's absolutely fine then. So we can now open our brand new steering assist, 42 meters. I can see first line, so let's turn that on and get going. I am going to open the mini-map just so that we can see that we've been everywhere. But with this working width, these contracts should not take us long at all. And then I think we will take out that £6,000 harvesting contract. Hopefully the worker is doing okay, because we're going to need to get some crops in the ground. I think as well, if for whatever reason we can't plant with our, or can't get seeds in with our seeder, we will sell it and the Power Harrow, and we will, for now, in the next month, lease a new seeder and save up, because we're only going to have to plant 3 fields, and if we wait until next month we can do all 3 in one go. Hopefully we'll be able to use our seeder. That would be ideal. But we've got a backup plan, because I don't want to keep spending all of the money. So we are 45% of the way through and we've not even finished the headland. That's amazing. I think this is the biggest field as well, so we can definitely make use of some fertilizing contracts. We probably, though, if we're going to keep doing them, we probably should get narrow tires put on one of the tractors, probably the JCB. But at least we aren't destroying the farmer's crop. I don't think they'd be too happy if we did that. So how much is it going to be? I'm going to 75% is my guess. $72, $73, please. So yeah, 75% just from the headland. That's amazing. We will finish the contract completely. We won't just stop when the contract says complete, because as this is our realistic series, I don't think the farmer would be too happy if they paid us to do a job and we just stopped. So I think we've got another 2 passes, and then we can move on to the next field. Field 36 is right next to our farm, so that's brilliant. We will fill the fertilizer up on our way back via the store. We've got a bit left, but we are probably going to have to get another bag. And we will then have enough for our own fields, hopefully. So yeah, this is the last pass, so it will say contract complete any second now. But there you go, contract finished, but we will just get this last little bit. I'm ready to turn it off and off. There we go. So the gateway is, I think, up this way. Yep, I can see the gate up here, so we will have to make sure we shut the gate, otherwise, again, the farmer would not be happy if we just left their gate wide open. There we go. And now we can head on over to field 14. I'm hoping we don't have to make a pit stop back to the dealership for more fertilizer, but we might have to, and that's not a problem if we do. So I'm going to get this done, and I will see you when we're about to start field 36. Right, well, this is the last fertilizing field, so let's turn that on, and it's already had 1 stage of fertilizer already, so this is its 2nd pass. Again, this shouldn't take us long. We have accepted that £6,000 harvesting contract, and that's going to be interesting, because we have got a lot that we need to do to be able to get there. We are going to need to get the front box unloaded, or opened, unfolded is what I was trying to say. Get this front weight on the box along with the ATV. Take this tractor with a trailer over to the field, race back on the ATV, and just park that up somewhere out of the way, and then take the combine over to the field, and we can get that all harvested. Luckily, it's just over the road where we're selling it, so it's not going to be too difficult. And then do everything in reverse, bring the combine back, take the ATV back to the tractor, bring that back. So it's going to be interesting. The reason we're taking the front weight is because I think we're going to need some weight on this tractor when the trailer is full. It might be that we actually don't, but I'd rather not run the risk, because it's going to be a long drive back just to get a weight. And as we've got space for it, we might as well take it. So there, this field is going really quickly. We've got about 50, or just under 55% of the fertilizer left, and we've done 66% of the field, so it won't take us long at all. Let's make a start here. This is obviously just finishing an edge that's going to have been missed if we didn't do it. So yeah, this field's nearly done. I have collected the money for the other 2 contracts, and that boosted us to about 70-ish, 71,000. But we did have to buy another bag of fertilizer, which has dropped us back to 69,115, which isn't too bad. And I am way off with where we are meant to be. We're meant to be here. At least we've got enough fertilizer to finish the field and tidy it all up. We're probably going to have to get more for our own field. Right, so we've put the fertilizer spreader away. I'm just going to jump onto the quad bike. There you go. Let's get this out of the garage. And we can bring this right round. So I've got the basket ready. So I can just drive this straight on. Now let's see. How close can we get? I think that there will do. And then this weight we are going to drop right behind the quad bike. Which is a bit of a pain because I can't actually see. How's it looking? A bit further. Lift it up. Touch more. So that should now be on. Is it on enough? No. Keep nudging it forwards. That's on perfectly. So let's now take that off. Back up. And then we'll go this way because we need to get it on the front. Now hopefully tractor's not going to flip or tip forwards even. That would not be good. So let's get the straps on. Let's bring that up. Bring that up. And that. And then we can lock that. Now, moment of truth. We can lift it. Brilliant. So we've got our way of getting back to get the combine. I forgot the name of it then. And we've got our front weight. Now that fits perfectly. So let's grab the trailer. There we go. Now, before we race over to the field, we can turn that off. Oh, there's another fertilising contract. Ooh. Field 16. Where's field 16? That's not a million miles away. I might take that out. We'll do that at the end. How long has that got left? It's got enough time. So yeah, let's accept that. Right, so before we do that, oh, we've got a contract to collect anyway. So let's collect that. So field 11. That worker's doing okay. They're going to start the up and down row soon. So we can come out of here to the dealership, basically to field 11, field 8 where we were. It's just there, and then when we come to deliver it, we can go this way or that way. But I think that's going to be our fastest way. Coming left out of field 11, left again, and then left, selling it at the Logistics Centre Railroad. So we've got the trailer, we've got the JCB, and we've got the quad bike. So let's head over to field 11 and come back for our combine. This is exciting. This is going to be the first time we're actually using the quad bike for the reason we had to have it. Right, so we are back. Oh, I say back. We are finally on the ATV on our way back to the farm. Just trying to make sure we don't go too quickly down these lanes. I think this is a national speed limit, so, or at least a 40, so we can put our foot down a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drop this off at the farm and take the combine over. Oh, we'll let the game save again. There we go. Yeah, so we'll jump in the combine and we'll start heading over, but we are going to start harvesting this field in the next episode. We've got a lot to do, and having these contracts, or having the ability to do these contracts, is really going to help. So, we are almost back at the farm. I am really glad we've got this ATV, because it's really saving us some time. Just go through that bush there. Let's we'll just put this back in the garage for now. As I'll close that up, as we are nowhere near the farm, let's try and keep it a bit safe. There we go. This should be okay for fuel for now. Now this doesn't have GPS, and I don't really want to spend another 15 grand fitting it, because as it is, we've pretty much made our money back for for buying that fertilizer spreader. So by the time we do our harvest next year, we will have GPS on this combine, but for now we do not need it. We've proved we can do it without the GPS, so we're going to do it again. But this drive is going to take us quite a bit of time at 16 miles an hour. So I'm going to get this over to the field, and as I say, we will start harvesting field 11 in the next episode. So thank you as always for watching the video. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, it would mean a lot if you could hit that like button, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.